Transmitting, we are broadcasting, and now we are recording. Welcome to the National Rock Garden Barrenjoey Road, Canberra. Again today we meet, what is it, the 3rd of July, 3rd of August? 3rd of August. Going to make our pilgrimage down to the Governor-General's Lake Burley Griffin there and proclaim to expose the 28 names of the pedophiles he's protecting as identified by the Wood Royal Commission. Thanks for joining in. We're early today, but I'm running late. We're having an early one because a few of the fighters here are going out to a certain location to help clean up some land out there. So yeah, we're going to get it over and done with pretty quickly. So I only just got here. There's no barbecue, no kettle on. The magpies never got fed. There's a beautiful rainbow in the sky up over here, up over the arboretum, and there's a light drizzle of rain. People are starting to head down, so all very quick and sweet, but thanks for tuning in. Press like, share and subscribe. We'll be going live in 6 days now after lost count, unless we get 1,000 subscribers. 560 something subscribers. Wow. You know that, Scott? Over 560 subscribers already to the channel. The support's been amazing, overwhelming, everything. I'll continue that subject, but yeah, I'll quickly help Scott to get a couple of things and we'll start heading down with the free people of Terra Stratus, make our case, and then we've got work to do today. Expose the 28. I can leave the bamboo poles in the side, we'll just go with this. Yeah, for that other guy, what's that for? Oh, okay, yeah, right. Yeah, sorry mate, I didn't realise it was an early one. Here comes Simon now. And with us, right? And I was, yeah. Good morning. It was such a busy day yesterday. Yeah, I'll just support that for you. Bit muddy. Oh, we love the mud. Nina didn't bring her daughters, they're always in the mud. Oh, I left him halfway. Hey? I forgot what my duty was. He won't be the first though, Ingrid's already there, vigilant there. Your day's been alright?
Yeah, good.
Turn yourself good. The days have been beautiful.
Yeah.
Except, yeah, it's today a bit rainy, but it's not cold as such, not at the moment.
Oh, it's down tomorrow.
Is it? Right.
Yeah, big time.
Well, yeah, I was coming in early, I was going to set up the gazebo, we'll probably do that tomorrow.
I need to.
Yeah. We've been pretty lucky with the rain.
Yeah.
It's the wind that's the bugger, that sort of makes it hard with everything. The cold, yeah, we're alright, yeah, we seem to be out of that one. Rain.
No, it's the wind, isn't it?
It is, it's the wind that gives it. Yeah. Then you have the wind and rain all of them together, that's obviously worse. Yeah, out there before it was like rain that you're not getting now, starting to come down a bit now. Reminds me of the role of the infantry.
Yeah?
Yeah, well, the last bit anyway, not the first part, but a little bit to seek out and close with the enemy, to seize and hold ground, that's part of it. So yeah, Season's all around. Oh shit! Now I just forgot.
It's not making it a minute.
Season close with the enemy. Season all around. To kill a capture. To be repel an attack. By day and night, regardless season, weather or terrain.
Yep.
Kill a capture, repel an attack. Yeah. Regardless season, weather or terrain. That was the last bit that I was thinking more relevant. We season hold ground in a peaceful overt front. And then, yeah, regardless season, weather or bloody terrain. The terrain's pretty all standard. We're down by the lake, easy.
Yeah, that's easy.
We haven't had any too tough terrain protests, but until you look at the Parliament lawn and you get pretty well oppressed by the police up there, that's pretty tough terrain to try and achieve that invisible line.
No, weather's nothing.
I'm thinking more recently they probably should add in regardless season, weather, terrain or disease. Dis-ease.
Well, we'll be here every day. Because they're not sleeping because it's raining, are they?
No, that's right. No, soldiers love this. This is a good day for soldiers.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you love to go play soldiers in this weather. You always play soldiers in the winter, in the cold, in the rain. Always. Sunny day, nah, you'll sit around. Breezeway time, mate.
Basking in the sun. Right.
Yeah, shoot the breeze. Go run around the lake or something.
That's fair enough.
Great day
Rolling
for
around,
guns,
rolling around in the mud.
Yeah, great day for soldiers, isn't it? I'll have to go review my role of the infantry. Not that I'm infantry anymore, but yeah, you knew it verbatim. Marksmanship principles. Oh, there's Ingrid down there by the lake. She's got a secret spot.
She might hear us coming.
Yeah. She didn't bring the drum out today, so we all get our different days.
Souls up there already.
I think I've got three bollies in the back of the ute there, specifically for this, and just brollies. Was it brollies and chairs? Everyone seems to leave behind and you have to pick up the end of the day.
All right. Got a few droppings.
Yeah. The old trailer's starting to turn into a bit of a full-on pantry, linen cupboard, distribution centre, recycling centre, kitchen.
Lost and found.
Lost and found, yeah. It's a real little enterprise there.
We'll have to start charging.
Yeah. And we're running all right. Some people have been good with donations. And yeah, I seem to be able to cover the rest anyway, so it's not that big a burden. More of a pleasure to be able to feed everyone, or people bring a lot of food, so it's almost almost sustainable just about. Imagine if we chucked a buck of sausage in, mate, and started selling hardware.
One-stop shop.
National Rock Garden one-stop shop. Laura's here already, Kath's here, resilient, relentless. We're in the red today. Alright, digital diggers of the webinets. I'll sit just back here under the shade of this tree. Be really protected from the rain, okay? No worries.
Stand over.
We'll try and give you a good view there. I'll set up. Scott's already setting up. He's excellent.
Stay here.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I'm still recording here. I'm live in 7 days, 6 days. AFB over there.
We're at the wrong time. They're not expecting us at this time. It's not 8, it's not 10.
As soon as you got a camera out. Away. Coming back.
What's coming back?
Rainbow.
Oh, there it is.
Left corner over there, guard his pot of gold right now.
So what are we angry about today? It's the same bloody shit he didn't do yesterday.
Oh, sorry.
Same
I
bloody
was
shit,
thinking of other people I was really angry at today. Not these three.
Yeah, I'm not going to bring that onto the lives. There you go. Drive the bloody mic. Right. What are we angry at this mob? What haven't they done lately?
Nothing. They've done nothing for the
They've done
people.
nothing.
Mate, pillage and plunder.
Treating us like the enemy and not making a declaration of war. Gutless. Yeah, we're just wondering what we're angry with him today for. You know, is there anything new? But it's the same shit as yesterday.
No, it's the fact that it's another 24 hours we've got past and the fucker hasn't done a thing.
Yeah.
Still hasn't done his job.
Another day we support the Canberra economy with vigour, with all we've got.
That's what we've got. That's what makes life fast.
The beauty never ceases to amaze me. The beauty never ceases to amaze me. Oh yeah.
It's beautiful.
That man standing on a sweet tree for another.
As long as he can't see you, he's him.
Don't see you in the lyrics. Probably doesn't like looking at us in the review mirrors because objects may appear closer than they really are.
Or bigger than they really are.
Like, oh, there again, turn the mirrors off.
In America, I think they've got objects that appear larger than they really are.
Should we get on with this? There's a lot to talk about, mate, isn't there? There's a lot to talk about today. Let's go. No worries. Good morning, everyone. Sorry for the delay. We keep slipping away in their own minds. The subjects are deep and meaningful. Yeah, and cause of urgency required. Yeah, we waited for the rain too. That was perfect timing. Soldiers love the rain. This is real soldiering conditions, these ones, mate. They'll be out having a ball. Good morning, Conquer Patriots! We're still here!
You still haven't done your fucking job.
And you still haven't exposed the 28 names! Stand fast! They weren't the sons in the battle! They were young! Straight of them! True of eyes! Steady! And a glow! They were staunch to the end against odds uncounted! They fell with their faces to the foe! They should have gone as we left God! I should have wearied them, nor is condemned! And going down in the sun and in the morning! We will remember them!
We will remember them!
Lest we forget!
Lest we forget!
Governor General David Hurley! Good morning! Good for us.
Beautiful.
As Governor General of this nation, this notice of direct appeal from the overgoing cohort of Australian people, both here and at home. We call on you to action a public reveal of the unredacted findings of the police report that was tabled at the Wood Royal Commission in 1995 to 1997. Wood Royal Commission has catalogued with the Police Integrity Commission. There was a document tabled that was deemed out of the scope of the Woods Royal Commission. And yet it was included in the 90-year suppression order, containing 28 names of alleged prominent pedophiles of prominent stature, including judges, government officials, an ex-Prime Minister, and others, finding enough. That our Australian government and Parliament, and now yourself, has made no attempt to undo this 90-year suppression order for the supposed safety and well-being of the population is unacceptable. And during your term as Governor of New South Wales in 2015, the Senate Legal and Constitutional Legislation Committee meeting, the Senator Bill Heffernan delivered the same request for the findings to be released to the public. And he had a copy of those findings, and you could see the disgust on his face as he was reading through that copy. And as the Senator stated during that committee meeting, it's not so much the secret that's the problem. It's the fact that a group of people such as the 28 and now yourself keep each other's secrets. And further into his appeal during that meeting, which other senators gave him their time so he had more time to speak because they stood with him, he quoted the Judge of the Day. And the Judge of the Day said, we decided not to revisit that issue because the public would lose confidence in the judiciary. Well, guess what? The public has lost confidence in the judiciary, and yourself, and Parliament, and government. Now, 26 painful years later, since the Wood Royal Commission in 95 to 97, and according to the AFP, 68 children a day, 25,000 a year. Over 500,000 since 1995. We have stood each week at Government House in Queensland since August 30, 2021, and daily at this location since the 7th of February, daily at the Government House in Queensland, daily at the Governor General's House in New Zealand. We are either real victims, family members of victims, friends of victims of the appalling industry of child trafficking and pedophilia. And the fact that you won't bring the names out, you won't lift the suppression order so they can be prosecuted and have their day in court, is very troublesome and worrying. We the people also wonder why the individual honored with the position of Governor General accepted the treasonous oath from the government, the latest government. Why you fire your fag even though you are not in residence? Why you have not stopped the police overreach? Example, arresting a nursing mother of 4 and incarcerating for 30 days for a traffic offence. Failure to pay a registration. Failure to pay a driver's licence. Seems a little bit over the top, Governor General. You supposedly have the ultimate power in this land, in this country, and yet you do nothing for the people. When was the last time you actually did something for the people of this country, Governor General? Why do the police stop peaceful political protesters who have the right to voice their peaceful political views in law? Criminal Law Act 1995, Section 83.4, subsection 1, A, B, C and D. They have the right to peacefully politically protest. It has been stood up in court against the government at least 3 times with the media and proven to be valid. We have the rights to these as Australians. Let it be up to the citizens of Australia to determine their level of confidence in the judiciary, Parliament, the government, and yourself on all of these issues. Step up or step down. That is my call. Governor General, you shame the position of Governor General. You shame Queen Elizabeth II. You are just shame. Yours sincerely, men and women of Australia.
Yeah. Whoa.
Morning all. Last night a group of us got together and had a Zoom call with the fellow I mentioned out of Melbourne, Ron, who is putting together an Australia-wide group. When I spoke to Ron last week, I think the numbers were sitting at about 27,000. Last night he informed us those numbers have swelled to 116,000. That is huge. What that tells me is there are so many people that are pissed off throughout Australia that these numbers are just going to continue to swell. 6 weeks. Yeah, 6 to 7 weeks. And it is just gaining traction, and all of a sudden, like Ron actually rang me after we'd had that meeting last night, and he'd said to me last week, but he's had some of the bigger mobs try and dictate to him as to what he is going to do and how they are going to control the content, and Ron has told them to piss off because we don't want it tainted with they're not achieving, they're not doing. But the funny thing is they are now coming in under this group to be a part of it. And Ron is in the process of setting up a web page and everything, information hub, and it is going to take 5 to 6 weeks to get that up and completed, because trying to secure and protect that is a big thing. So the good thing about it is information where people are having wins and we're pushing through, and that this information is going to be able to be shared Australia-wide. So all of a sudden, instead of little groups having little wins, we're going to turn this in to a big group having bloody big wins on a continual basis, we believe. And this is the way we're going to take our country back. We're going to fix our tax system. We're going to push back in the court system, so we will challenge their fines and all the rest. These people are driven by money. That is their objective. You look at the current system, as we said yesterday, everything is about money to them. So we are going back against them. So I'll keep you updated as things grow. One thing we do need to get for this group is a logo and a name. So if anyone's got any good ideas, please bring them forward, submit them, so we can have a look at them. And yeah, you know, we want something to represent our group here, as everyone that joins has been asked, if they choose they want to, is to put a logo up, put a name, because what Ron has put up is a logo that will be represent the whole group. So if we have a logo and a name on our shirt, we can then put that Australia-wide logo, so we're identifiable to like-minded people if we're moving about the country or whatever, to easily recognise each other.
If we get this logo together soon enough, that website when it goes up will display our logo. The groups that get in early enough will display those logos. Yes. And people will understand that we're part of that group, that large group.
So Rebel News, everybody knows Rebel News is? Mini. I don't know what his name is.
He's a legend.
Harvey, yeah, let's just call him Harvey. So he was at a court case a couple of days ago, I think it was 2 days ago, where they arrested one of the gentlemen that was helping the organising the rallies down in Melbourne for incitement 6 times. 6 times they arrested him for incitement. Spent 2 years incarceration, believe it or not. I didn't realise that. Prosecution is withdrawing the charges for incitement, but keeping the charges very pro bail for those same charges they're withdrawing, which is something they've done a couple of times here too. That we've been able, how can they do that? I think Scott's case is one of those. And then after the guy who is fighting that, he fought tooth and nail to not have the charges withdrawn, wouldn't accept them, wouldn't accept the withdrawal of charges. And campaign the magistrate got to accept them. They said they were withdrawing them because he was old. They didn't want to stress him out because he's old. Yeah, he's a year old. He was 75 when he was arrested. He's 76 yet, so they don't want to. So anyway, at the end of that video, Arby's driving home, and he says he's just got off the phone to, what's that lady's name that was pregnant that got arrested for incitement?
Oh, the one in Ballarat or something.
Yeah, the one in Ballarat. She was also helping organise and they've withdrawn her incitement charges. Monica Smith, that was it. Yeah. Oh, sorry, Monica Smith's been withdrawn as well. So this is 3 people that tried to withdraw. And we knew this is what they do. MSU, they make shit up, charge you with it, and then when you break your bail conditions, they actually have something to charge you on, you see. And they tried that with Arby too. They tried to put him up, he couldn't go into the CBD area. And it's because they knew as a reporter you'd have to do it, and you'd break his bail conditions. So their whole system's just crumbling around.
And that's why they arrest us for a finable offence.
That's right.
So they can set bail conditions.
They can set bail conditions, and you break bail conditions, and they do it. So like Ross said, we need to get a symbol, guys. But I got that one made, but the wording is being tied to another group. So the symbol may be okay, but we need to change the wording because, like Ross brought forward, that's another group is using that wording. So let's think about it, or let's even change the symbol. I'm happy. With all that, we actually have managed to speak. Phil spoke with a barrister last week who has already got his own organisation set up in Victoria. They are rolling that out through Australia. He is very much looking at cases, and he is pushing back on winning. And I think his record is about 27,000 wins and 6 losses. That's a hell of a record. He was a barrister, and he came back 2 years ago because he saw the corruption within the system, and with that he said no, someone needs to push back. His first target was Peter Dutton, which
For God's sake, fall into the water.
Most of them had their thumbs up.
yeah, that's dead right.
Bum his fist in between, right?
Yeah, that's it. But anyway, we hopefully do have someone now that is actually pushing back and is leading the charge and is also offering his services. And the good thing about him is the cases he takes on, nothing up front, he takes a third of the win. That's how confident he is in getting action against the individual. So, and going after the individual. So that's what we are looking for, is to push back on these police officers, on these taxation officers, all these people that are working within a corrupt system and claiming they're only doing their jobs. No. If you are committing a criminal activity within your workplace, you are liable. So, yeah, there's good news on that front. So we're going to, we need to look at Scott's case, Dan's case, Toby's case, Lucia's case. Jen has got a case, I think, also, hasn't she, before the court? All these court cases, Mark, we need to get a list of, so we can actually look to get these registered with Spiros, okay? So we need to stop just pointing. We all need to start to make shit happen, okay?
Thank you. Other conditions, thank you, reminded me I've got to have elections. Thought I missed that. Without further ado, yeah, the growing team came past before and there was a couple of them there pumping their fists. They loved what we had to say. I'm not sure what he was yelling, and he might have just been yelling at the rowers to do their job and get them in time.
Anybody notice the one yesterday who stopped rowing?
Stopped here
Stopped
and
rowing
paid respect.
while we've the first.
Yeah, paid respect. So, anyway.
Quite smart. That's Jill was good. Let's get out.
They try so hard, we try not laugh. They turn my car, the next day's back in the same car park. These cops ain't smart, I'm about to drop this charge. Son, you watch, we take it back to start. No D's, no drivers, no trespass. Now we charge you, tables and turn, we come to the roof. We'll hold your souls, hold the abuse. Nobody really like that, you stop that. Yeah, who at the door, mock the die. We want the storm, drive to the empty. Go to the door, we move them down back to the front lawn. Yeah, we're still here, still ain't got no fear. We will drive, still ain't shed no tear. The same time we still here. Is that all you got? We take on you off. We unite, you don't call the shots. So in here all along, and they're still here. Yeah, they're still here. Return to the soul, they're still here. Yeah, they're still here. Yeah, they're still here. The oldest civilization, history can be his. They're still here. Need your support for the new way these war is for. Our low rally for the war and Union Club War Accords. Gonna cut at the cancer, yeah, that's what the plans are. Work with the elders, they got the law, we got the numbers, that is the answer. Yo, we're still here, yo, we're still here. Never would have died, never would have not seen good passion, we're still here. Yeah, we're still here, yeah, we're still here. That mean that we can't, I know we can't teach us, but we're still here. Yeah, we're still here. Yeah, Yeah, we're still here. The roads, breaking the law, back up in the spirit now. We're still here. Yeah, we're still here. Yeah, we're still here. Let's touch the car. And let me out with a man on down there. I'm still here. They see us come. We see you run. No, we are one, free, our toys, free, our sons. Yeah, the bed is there, front line, the bed I'm there. Even when we're gone, that security's on there, we ain't going anywhere. Yeah, we're still here. Yeah, we're still here. Never look back, never wear my studios for the past. Yeah, we're still here. Yeah, we're still here. Yeah, we're still here. They read it again. Time with the cash, we keep saying Canberra, but we're still here. Yeah, we're still here. Yeah, we're still here. Breaking the roads, breaking the law, back up in the spirit now. We're still here. Yeah, we're still here. Yeah, we're still here. Let's touch the car and let me up with a man on bail, and I'm still here. Expose the 28 names, Governor General. We're still here. We'll be back again tomorrow until we have success and our demands are met. We'll head off from here. Just before everyone goes, another subscriber list that's climbing through the roof is ours. We're up to 560. I was amazed we even hit 50, and then just the support's come thick and fast. So, but a group are heading up back early, so a group are going out to plan up a certain area of land for an owner, and then we're back here again tomorrow. Cheese, please. Yeah, you can't really cool cozy one.
Whatever.
G'day, Digital Diggers on the Webinets. That ends today's proceedings. We all get a bit of an early knock-off. Actually, we don't. There's work to do, but we knock off from here early. Look at that for a picture of freedom, mate. Two resilient, relentless and steadfast souls, like Burley Griffin, demanding the Governor-General expose the 28 names pedophiles he is protecting. Sounds like a broken record, doesn't it? Lights are on, but nobody's home. See a light on over there. All right.
See you later, Dave.
Yeah, see you, mate. You're a shit host, Dave.
Where's the tea and scones?
I know, mate.
He enjoys every morning. Our money.
Yes. I've heard a few different wages. I haven't actually checked the reality of it. Mark used to say I was $1 million a year. I wouldn't have thought so, but yeah, the other was 500 a year.
Before.
Yeah, it'd be more likely of, yeah. Mind you, we do pay the Postmaster General millions. But anyway.
I know. They're all just
Yeah.
money for nothing.
I know, yeah. I forgot where I was going with all that, but anyway.
Just go down to your local Shire
Oh yeah, that's
weekly
right.
meeting or monthly meeting.
He has 80 staff apparently.
Yeah, just if you want to have a good laugh, go down and you're perfectly entitled to go into the gallery and watch them perform.
Who's that?
The Shire, the mayor and all these mates.
Oh yeah.
You just go down to the gallery and watch them perform.
And performers are a correct word, mate.
And,
yeah, they act like absolute turkeys.
oh,
You don't need a long neck to be a goose.
they're so embarrassed that we're there because they just feel so stupid. They've got an audience now.
Well, you look and tune into the galahs in Parliament, the Parliament hours and that. I'll tell you what, mate, do they bring us into disrepute and make us look like bloody animals.
It's embarrassing.
Oh, yeah. They portray everything that a good person would not. And they're supposed to be the elite.
No, well,
Just bullying, the taunting, the name calling, the bickering, and then the blatant lying and covering ups. And it's just, and they just turn it into a fucking absolute circus. Sorry, that's all again.
Yeah,
It's an absolute circus, and they're supposed to be representing us. Well, see, I can't believe people haven't. Yeah, anyway, I'm not judged, but
well,
that alone can wake you up to the fact that hey, these guys do not care about us.
Well, we sat there for 40 minutes, and they all voted on whether they should mow the grass in a paddock up Shit Creek somewhere.
Yeah.
And they get that,
And that's the stuff that they actually film. All those sessions that they don't film, mate. Imagine how bloody useless they are then. We just get to see the little parts.
They paid their respects to Zelensky. And,
Mate. They're not befitting of the Australian people, culture, nation, anything. Ancestors. No. They bring us into disrepute.
That was Frankston Shire, by the way.
Yeah, Frankston Shire, that's in Victoria, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh no! Oh, left a kit behind. Yeah. There we go. All deep, meaningful conversations today. Yeah, the weather is it's setting on in now, so they reckon it's going to absolutely pour down tomorrow.
Well, it's dark, isn't it?
Yeah, reports on, or at least in the car live bowl. I got through half of the show. Yeah, they're saying that, I'm not sure he said expecting or forecasting or narrating. You know, 1/3 of the, either 1/3 of Australia or 1/3 of the southeast of Australia is going to be flooded.
Wow.
I don't know, they're both big numbers either. Bigger than the other, of course.
Dan, did you get a chance to have a look at ptvic.com?
Oh, no, mate, I've been shifting camps and then a couple of interviews and then the Zoom meetings for law. And, it's not making me any smarter, mate. But it's good to get out, and then it was a good one for the subscriber lists. Yeah, with Stop the Rot, Dave Guru, and Mel. I was filming myself on there last night. Very poor coverage. I feel like I missed half the show because I couldn't see what he was sharing on the screen, and I couldn't see or hear Phil, so I was just sort of guessing half the time when to jump in and what it was about. But it's still a pleasure to be on their show, mate. They treat us very well. They love us heaps. And Stop the Rot on Facebook. He uploads it onto YouTube and Rumble and BitChute, I think it is. But you'll find them on Project Matilda. He plugs the Project Matilda. I reckon it's a great platform and everything. So once again, Freedom Front's uniting, even on the new media front, Free People's media front. Project Matilda helps bring them all together in power and resource. I believe anyway. I haven't signed up. I'm just talking off the back of others. That spire, mate, you can see it creeping in and out of the cloud up there.
Oh, it's creepy.
Oh no, I like it when you can't see it.
Oh, it's creepy.
That's behind that big thick stuff there.
Good.
It sort of creeps in and out of visual. There it is.
We always feel like you're being watched when you're near
I
that
know.
thing.
I do call it the Tower of Babel. And look at that now, that looks just sinister through there. When it comes in, you just get like the... Yeah, I call it Tower of Babel. There to deceive and discommunicate. Change languages, all the bloody rest of it. Electronic warfare.
Like
Monitoring.
the Australian guide
Manipulating.
stones. Horrible.
Well, these two being aware of bombs in front of us.
Find somewhere to stay last night, Ingrid? Yeah, good.